My name is Sonia Van Hecke. I am part of the team here at Upline Pro to help you, educate you, and let you know about these wonderful products that we have. So, one of the many hosts. So, know that you can always be a candidate to be a host here. So, if you feel challenged to want to do it, please let us know. We always want everybody to learn a little bit more, to step out on new waters. But tonight, is it recording yet? Yeah, I'm being live streamed. Awesome. So, for all the folks out there in our virtual land, welcome. And we just want to tell you that tonight it's all about the heart. And tonight we're going to be talking about a product that's extremely important. Why? Because did you know that your heart beats 100,000 times a day? It doesn't check out. It basically keeps beating. It's nonstop even while you sleep. So I wrote these 10 facts and I really want to tell you about them because I think it's important. It pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood daily. Your body runs on circulation. That means that if it stops circulating, then you might lose a limb, right? So you got to make sure that heart continues to pump. So it's so important to keep those highways called arteries and veins unclogged. And I'm a big advocate on prevention, just so you know. We don't wait until something breaks down to fix it. We make sure that we get the support that we need so that item, that organ can work the way it should. So did you guys know that heart disease is the #1 killer out there above cancer? You might not know that. And one of the things in women, just so you know, because we tend to maybe, I don't know, complain a little bit more or not. I think some of us do, some of us we don't. Our symptoms get put aside, and sometimes we don't realize that we're having and experiencing cardiovascular disease. So you should know the signs of those, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Also, stress directly affects the heart. And that's one thing that I know that for many of us that are juggling not only a home life, a work life, and extra life like I do here tonight, it's a lot to juggle sometimes, and it could be very stressful. Or you might be experiencing teenagers, like I have some teenagers still, and I got some adult children, which, man, give me babies over teenagers any day. I'll tell you that. But that stress can cause a lot of chaos in your heart. And then the other factor, right? One of the biggest things that I think a lot of people suffer from more than a cold is inflammation. So just know that inflammation plays a major role in the heart problems. It's not just about cholesterol, just so you know. There's a lot of other issues like atrial fibrillation, those myocardia, right? A lot of different clinical names they call them, but irregular heartbeats. It could be that the heart is doing things that it shouldn't be doing, murmurs and such. So just know that there's a lot of other things besides just cholesterol or high blood pressure that affect many people. So women's heart attack symptoms can look different, like fatigue, nausea, jaw pain, not even just chest pain. So I want to make sure that you guys know that. Also, sitting too long increases your risk of heart risk. So just know that. Even short walks to help your circulation is important. I remember once I went to a talk, okay, and it was American Heart Association, and they had this speaker. She was awesome. She was a CEO of a company, and she was telling us about how in the morning she didn't feel good. And luckily, for some reason, her husband came back home because he felt something wasn't right. And thank God he did, because she collapsed in the kitchen, and he got there in time. So heart disease can present itself in so many different ways. And it's important to note that you should know the signs and symptoms, and things like sleeping. Your heart needs it for quality sleep, right? You need quality sleep. Poor sleep raises blood pressure, stress hormones. Who doesn't know that? You know that you cannot regain your sleep. Even if you said, hey, I'm going to work these double shifts this Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then you say, I'm going to sleep in all weekend. Guess what? You won't make up that time. So it's really important, daily sleep, to sleep in the way that you're used to, just so you know. Then oral health affects the heart. I don't know how many of you guys know that. And at For Life, we actually have a great product to help with your gums and your teeth and your microbiome in there, and your, what they call it, pre-bio and after-bio. But your mouth, the care you take of it, can correlate to complications of other conditions, including the heart. So remember that. And then another one is your small daily habits make a big difference. How you hydrate, how you move, what nutrition, how you manage that stress, And consistency is what wins, ladies and gentlemen. It's important that you know that you only got one heart. And I can't tell you how many other things live in your heart, too. Your emotions. They say that usually you can tell a person by what they say out of their mouth because it comes from their heart sometimes. So just know that your heart keeps count of all those items. And that's when you have to know that sometimes you might need to purge that heart of those emotional things you've gone through, maybe with an emotional coach like we have here, Cora Post. She's an amazing emotional coach, but talking it out sometimes is something that we need to recalibrate or realign that heart in the direction that we want it to go. With that, I want to introduce somebody that's been with us I think almost every Tuesday she's here. She's a loyal host and educator. She's an entrepreneur. She's up in for life business. I think presidential, right, Claudia? And she lives in Canada. And you know, the one thing about here, this group tonight, if you notice, if you're from a different country or from wherever you're at, please put it in the chat so people can see. We connect from many places. This is how we break borders, not only borders of physical, but also limitation of communication. So this is the place that we get together to be able to expand and grow our knowledge in all things, not just the For Life products, but as humans, as people, as women, as colleagues, we help each other learn more about everything here. And tonight we have Claudia, and with her over 10 years of experience with these products and actually has testimonials within her family, which I love. And I think we have an extra testimonial tonight. She'll be able to share with you exactly everything about cardio, our product that's very specific and very targeted to your heart. Claudia, thank you for giving us your time tonight. We really appreciate it.
It's always so good to work with you, Sonia, since we started doing the health talks and just in general with our For Life sisterhood. If you don't know what being part of a direct selling and network marketing company is, it's incredible. I used to be in corporate, and I always thought that my friends in the corporate world were going to be my friends forever. But then I quit the job and I only kept a few. Like, they didn't really connect with me afterwards, even when I was going through the hard times. Some did. Like I said, I kept just a very limited number. But here, my goodness, I'm now on my 14th year, and it's incredible. Like, I feel that we have such a beautiful community and sisters and brothers. I see Kevin here. I was telling Jillian, my goodness, my mentor. It's incredible the time that we've had. And of course, Kuwinder, Rita, you're part of my new group of people, but it really is so lovely that we grow together. Today is cardio, and yes, we have my brother here for testimonials. So I'm going to go quickly through our presentation so that we can talk about cardio. Now, we're going to do like a double or triple training. The first thing I want to show you before I start the presentation is that we've decided, for those of you here that are in For Life, that we also want to make sure you understand how to use tools. So it's going to be a tool / product presentation. Why? Because what we have been creating, well, actually, Jillian has been creating these amazing presentations with an app. And it's all about digital era, and it's all about apps, but it's still a paid app. So sometimes you can't duplicate a paid app, right? And so we thought today we're going to do it with the tools that you have. So I want to show you that this is actually Jillian's page. She sent it to me, and you could have your name here. It's your page. This is what you would share with your customers. So I'm going to go from the actual presentation. And it's going to be as simple as reading the presentation. Sanelia, who's here, is one of my leaders. She said to me the other day, I saw that you were reading and I thought it was great. It's one of the most wonderful presentations, because I thought, oh, if she's reading, I can probably do it too. So some
Claudia, we can't hear you. Are you frozen? Claudia, on my end, you're frozen, so I'm not sure if you can hear me. Did she lose us? Yeah. You can hear me, right? Shake your heads. Yeah. Okay. She'll be coming back. Okay. Thanks for being here, Kevin. It's nice to see you here.
It's
It's
great to
awesome.
see you. I'm excited. This is awesome.
Yeah, we've been having quite a bit of a crowd coming to join us and to hear more about the products, which is important because most people don't understand that the products truly do a difference in many people's lives. Now, Kevin, you were with For Life before, or you've been with For Life? You don't mind me calling on you a little bit because sometimes we don't have you all the time, and you're an
Sure.
expert here.
Well, I don't know if I'm an expert. I'm rusty, is what I am. But I started back in 1999 with the corporate office and did that for about 6 years. And because of the products, and I saw so many people duplicate it for success and build a business, I joined with Dave Daughtry as a affiliate.
So
And
you know the products and how they're made, so you know the quality behind each individual
oh,
product that we have.
well, I'm lucky enough, Sonia, that I'm about 3 minutes from the manufacturing facility. And so, yeah, I'm able to actually go in and see. I see some old friends here. It's what Claudia was saying when she got cut off. Like Cowinder, she's like a sister to me. We've known each other for such a long, long time. And I've got some new friends and new faces that are coming. I see Adriana, which is Claudia's sister up there. So good to see her. She's at the Golden Gate Bridge right now behind her. But you know, it's just I've also got new friends that I'm going to be bringing to these calls. So
Excellent,
I see
excellent. And then you got Jaime, which is it's
brother, right?
yeah,
Claudia's
the
brother.
brother, yeah, Claudia's brother. You
Oh,
got
there we
there she
go.
is.
There,
She's back.
just speak of the devil, she's right back with us.
Awesome.
So
She took a little detour. She's back, guys.
Well,
yeah,
wait, but if Kevin was going to talk, I'm going to leave it to him.
no, I was
I was
not.
just picking his brain.
I was just tell people how excited I am to have this, Claudia. I've got some new people that'll be jumping on. We're going to be engaging with this because this is a resource that we're really excited about.
Okay,
Excellent.
so what we're going to do is we're actually going to start with testimonials while I reconnect everything because I had to actually completely shut down, and I know Jaime is ready. So, Jamie, let me check on my brother for a second because I'm going to put him first, and that's going to make him a little. You're ready to tell your testimonial? You don't have a sound. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
so you can
You want me
you
to
can
spotlight him?
you can spotlight him, and if he starts telling his testimonial in 5 or 6 minutes, I told him it doesn't have to be too long. Whatever he wants to say, he has a lot of good testimonials about his heart. It gives me time to redo my my whole computer and get back and I'll finish with presentation. So you can go, Jaime. Tell us about cardiovascular health, your heart. By the way, let me introduce him first. This is my brother Jaime, and for those of you that haven't heard him, he gave his testimonial before. Uh, he he was really not taking for life for the longest time. Adriana has been with For Life 18 years. I have been taking For Life 14 years. My brother was the newest addition to the family. At some point, I said, no, 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 you got to start taking these products like they're the best thing. And we need you. We need your 100 points. Like I'm going to be honest. I said, you're going to take them and you're going to take them. But he did. He listened. He wants to help and support his sisters. And then he said, okay, yeah, sure. If I have to be consistent, then I will. But he did it, I think, more to help us. But what he found was that he had been taking them for, I don't know, a year, and he started noticing some changes that he's going to tell us. And again, so I really love it because he did take them by faith, knowing that they were good, knowing that his sisters were doing the business. So he said, okay, I will do it. I'll sign up and then I can, start taking the product. And now all of his family, my sister-in-law and my nephews, they all love For Life. So we really are a For Life family. All three families, every single member takes For Life. But I'm going to pass it on to him. For those that don't know him, he's been already in the Vegas convention, Vegas leadership trip, and in the Utah convention. And he's also coming to the next convention. So you'll get to see him and get to know him if you haven't had a chance to talk to him. All right. So my brother from Ocala, Florida, Jamie.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you so much. I am, again, I'm Claudia's a brother. And repeating what she was saying, I always heard my sisters talking about for life. And my life, I have a construction business here in Florida. So it's always been really busy for me to really start taking another business like that. And I never really pay attention to that. But I always heard him, I always support him, but never even for myself because I really thought they were pretty expensive. And I'm like, wow, that stuff, it is expensive. But with the time, I started to feel like, well, hey, I need to support him. I need to really start even take this supplements that might help. And a little eccentric sometimes, but I'm like, well, if I don't start, taking care of myself, then I'm never gonna do it anyways. So I did. I did start it, and then that was probably like 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago. I always had this condition in my heart. It was a mitral valve that I guess I always had it since I was a little kid, and I happened to find it like 10 years ago. And they told me, hey, you need to go every year, try to see what, just keep it checked and see what, that everything is fine. So I did actually, every year I will go and do it and test, and they will do all these tests and stuff. So 3 years ago, I went for the same test. My mitral valve it's got to be checked. So let's do it this time. So they went through all these tests. They do the echo, they do the thing on your legs. The final test was the stress test. So the stress test, they put you on the treadmill. Some of you already know this, but they put you on treadmill. They connect you with all these wires, and they just put some liquid in your blood system. That way, they know how fast and everything is going through your to your veins and stuff. So I hit the mark where I had it the year before. So the nurse told me, well, you got the mark. You want to keep going or you want to stop? So I'm like, okay, hey, I'm feeling good, so let's do it. Let's keep going, see how far I can go. And sure enough, she just pressed that button, and I started. Even this time, I was already running, and it was just maybe like 30 seconds after that, I was already feeling like very, very dizzy. And I said, hey, stop, 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 stop. I'm gonna faint. And I was able to hold into the handles of the treadmill. And I just fainted and just dropped on the floor right there on the doctor's office. So next thing I remember, I was basically waking up and I see everybody freaking out. It's like, well, you passed out, you've been out for 30 seconds. And then the rescue guys came over and that's it. I failed the test. So I wasn't able to go anywhere. I had to go to the hospital, and since they already had all the tests done, because this was the last test, so there was able to be faster diagnosis to find out that it was not my mitral valve, that it was misfunction, but it was my aortic valve. So I started thinking like, wow, now all this stuff that I got to do, and here I am stuck in this hospital. So I like, is there a way that we can, just do it next month because I got a lot of things to do. So they said, nope, this is very serious. You need to stay here. So, anyways, I stay there, and I had my valve replaced on the following week, and then I just, I was very calcified. I never, realized that that was it. So they did the replacement of the valve, and I feel much, much better. The recovery was pretty fast. And I think, because of my supplements that I was taking, it was not, I guess cardio was not part of that time because I think that came out the year later. But my recovery was extremely fast. It was really, really good because my body was already prepared for this, and of course my mind as well. But then after that, it just everything I was never really obese. I was never really eating a lot of, maybe stuff that I wasn't supposed to eat, a lot of carbs and stuff. But like everything else in life, you just have to change your habits when you get to the point where it's close to basically losing your life, So sometimes we just wait until the last minute to realize that we can prevent some things if we start early to, just to be able to get into a better shape as we grow older, even if we are still, young. But as we grew older, then we just have to start thinking that, hey, things are wearing out, just like the car, just like everything else. So we need to be active. We need to be in a very good condition to keep everything going. And again, I was able to just recover my valve. I have there's two types of valves, or yeah, there's two types. The mechanical one, which you have to take medication for the rest of your life, and then you have to have all these tests every month just to be able to keep your blood level where they need it to be. And the other option was get a valve that it's a from it was a bovine valve, and that's the one I chose because my family and I decided that that was part of what it will be the easiest to do as far as medication. There's no medication to be involved. So I don't take any blood thinners or any of that. But I also don't, well, because it's so new, the valve needs to be replaced like in about 12 to 15 years. So it's pretty simple, the procedure for the next time, and that now they don't have to open up my chest. They did a very small incision in my chest on my right side just to get through my heart. But the second time will be just through my groin, and then it'll be a really easy procedure. And then I figure, probably the last one, or maybe another 15 years after that. But I think that's the one. It gave me the freedom just to eliminate all medications. And again, it changed my life as far as energy, as far as a lot of activities that I do, and I don't get that tired, going to the gym, and feel just more energetic. The doctors say, you go from 60 to 40. So that's a new 60. And
Okay,
feeling
and the
great. You
blood
feel,
and the blood pressure part is also the one I wanted you to share with why did you
yes.
upgrade? And that's
That
one of the
part, then after that, and yes, that's right. Then after that, it's just about the taking going to the doctor was like, oh wow, my pressure was always like 140, 135, and not higher than 145. It was like the max, but even though it's still not very risky, they always, I was always like, oh, he's gonna go again into that high blood pressure. But I go to the doctor now, and I'm always thinking like, okay, what is it going to be? And it's always like 120 over 120/80. And I'm thinking like, wow, it's always been like that for now, after my surgery. And also because then I start taking the cardio, which I think it's a big part of whatever it's in that supplement. It's helping not only because of the surgery itself, but also because of the ingredients that are there. I think it's a great product that I take it every day, and it feels really, really good to be able to, just to take care of myself, basically with that part. And of course, I have my blood pressure at home that I every now and take it, once a week, and it's always in a great shape. It's really, really cool just to be able, now it's more um confident that just doing some exercising and then taking, of course, that cardio, it never fails, combined with all this stuff that I take anyways from for life. But that's it, nothing else. I'm glad
Wow,
to
I'm a, that
be
that's an
alive.
amazing story. Thank you for sharing that. It's
Yeah,
so important that people understand it's support. You're supporting something that had already been damaged in your heart, and that's what the products do. They support your health and that
yeah.
investment that you're making because the
Mm.
tendency is that cardiovascular disease is basically it'll continue to develop. You know what I mean? They can go in there and unclog
Yes.
the arteries and stuff, but if you don't change your lifestyle, if you don't do the exercise, if you don't, manage the stress, if
Yes.
you don't take the supplementation that will help the organs that make it work correctly, how, right? You're
That's
just going
correct.
down that
Yes.
same path again. Oh, wow, it's an amazing story. Wow. And you started with mitral valve to aortic valve, which is totally different, much bigger. And then you had to
Absolutely.
decide which valve you wanted, which now you're like the bionic man, I think.
That's right. Yeah, the other one happens to be fine. So yeah.
That's great.
I'm going to share quickly a picture,
Yep.
and then I can go into the
Thank you for
presentation.
sharing.
I'm back in order. But I do want to share, there's a lot of pictures I want to share, but this is really our great picture. This picture was in Salt Lake City. Yes, Kevin Moore, Salt Lake City, your city. And we had a lot of fun doing our photo shoot in this because that's Anelia. That's the first time she's climbing that mountain. Rita Marquez and everybody that's going. We have every year we actually climb this little hike. It's amazing. But what's amazing was that was the first time Jaime had just had surgery not too long ago, and he didn't know how his heart was going to perform going up that mountain. And I remember, when we got there and we started just jumping and being so happy that we had climbed that mountain with him, because he had never traveled with us. And so the part that I want to share is that after that, he said to Adriana and me, I'm all in. I'm never going to miss a For Life a convention again. I love For Life. We have so much fun here. And so here he is with his new, lifestyle, which is not only taking the supplements, but being part of this community. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. So we have
That's
a lot
9 months after the surgery.
we do a lot of jumping pictures. And so we want to make sure that we get everybody that is going to convention to Ensign climb, which is just there in the city. It's a very quick climb.
So you got to create an event so we can all join you on the hike.
Yes,
I think that would be great to get us all jumping together.
All right. So let me stop this share and now go to, thank you, Jamie. And by the way, he always says that he's shy, but I think
absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And he's not as shy anymore. He's becoming a very good. Okay, back in order. Screen number 2. I don't know how I lost my whole feed before, but what I was trying to do here, and it's coming back to you, was telling you that this presentation is actually here to share. Jillian shared it with me. So as you can see, you share it with your customer. It's got your name, your number. Now I just want to open it again. Let me see if I can find it. No. I was going to download it again. I hope it doesn't crash on me again. No, here we go. So that presentation, this is what your customer is going to receive. And like Jaime said, because he's new, he doesn't know that actually this is the new cardio. So cardio already was part of, where are the 3 dots that you were teaching me just now?
Sorry. Close the X over here where it says todas las herramientas. And I'm hoping it's probably one of these buttons right here where the bottom, see with the lupa.
I don't know, it just went in Spanish. Oh, no. Where did it go? You just showed me that.
Yeah, no, but close that one. Yeah. And then go down here to the right on the bottom. I think it expands it. See the little above the lupa?
That one
right there, maybe?
No. But anyway, let's just do it like that. I'm not, today I learned how to present it in full screen, but we lost the 3 dots. Okay, it's okay. I have some few technical issues. Let's just do it.
It looks good, Claudia.
It looks good because it's not showing the sideway. Okay. Let me get ready and put some immune spray with all this excitement. Okay. So we already had cardio. Cardio already has been in the For Life transfer factor line. Probably, I don't know, Kevin can tell me this. Maybe the company has been 27 years. Cardio probably has been 25 with For Life. I don't know, a very long time. I've been here a long time and he was already there before me. But we had the new relaunch of cardio. That's why Jamie's saying I'm taking the new cardio. Why For Life transfer factor cardio? It supports heart health, cardiovascular function, circulatory function, healthy blood pressure, and cholesterol levels already that supports the healthy levels in already a healthy range. That's why I wanted Jaime to tell us about his cholesterol, as his blood pressure, because the doctor had already cataloged him as normal at 140, just because that was his blood pressure always. So because there was no change, but what a great surprise that even though the doctor kind of said, well, you know what, you're already on the high side, and even though he had not been taking any medicine, any pharmaceuticals, he was able to support even better to bring it down to 120. I remember the first time he told me he was not taking cardio yet. He was with Transfer Factor Plus. And I remember when he said, you're not going to believe this, I'm at 120. And he says, and I've never been at 120, because that was his normal. So what I'm going at is optimization of your immune system. This is what we do. Sometimes the doctor may think that is fine because you are at some level that, it's not like you're taking any medicine for it, but they catalog you as a level that you're supposed to be at when you're actually optimizing, taking the proper supplementation. So I'm going to go a little faster than reading everything. Just the key points. It protects the heart from stressors of modern, less than healthy lifestyle, and supports healthy cholesterol and blood pressure levels. So why are enos levels important? Endothelial nitric oxide synthesase. It's an important enzyme in the body that produces nitric oxide, which is vital for healthy blood circulation. For life transfer factor cardio supports healthy enos levels. So if you want to read a little bit more on this, it's very important. Even if you just read on nitric oxide, it's very important to understand and learn about this. So the immune system and cardiovascular system connection. When there is any kind of assault on the cardiovascular system, the immune system is the heart's first response team. The heart, in turn, creates molecules called cytokines that carry information between the heart and the immune system. That's an interesting one, that is your heart the first line of defense, right? Powered by For Life Transfer Factor Cardio is the only cardioprotective formula in the world that is powered by For Life Transfer Factor. And this is what you can tell your clients. I have a little note that I want to show you at the end that I want to do a training tip, but this is the most important slide, which is why cardio? Guess what? A lot of your clients are probably already taking CQ10. It's very popular out there. Well, ours has more ingredients and it's powered by For Life Transfer Factor, and you'll see the other ingredients that it has, because a lot of your clients may be already taking 1, 2, or 3 of these. Educates and enhances the immune system to better recognize, respond, and remember, and strengthens the immune systems, the heart's first line of defense against assaults. So let's talk about ingredients. Red yeast rice extract. It has been clinically shown to support cardiovascular health and cholesterol levels that are already in normal range. Resveratrol, a polyphenol that protects against free radicals, supports cardiovascular system, and promotes healthy cellular aging. Ginkgo biloba supports healthy peripheral blood flow and supports antioxidant levels. Again, if you just Google the benefits of each of the ingredients, you're going to be amazed about the formulation of this product. Coenzyme Q10, again, this is one of the most popular ones right now out there. It's an important antioxidant clinically shown to support heart health and supports heart blood and blood vessel function, and supports cellular metabolism. Garlic bulb extract, and has been used for thousands of years to support cardiovascular health. Vitamin B6 to support macronutrient metabolism and proper hemoglobin synthesis, a component of red blood cells and heart health. Vitamin B12, which supports carbohydrate metabolism, and it's required for proper red blood cell formulation and essential for energy production. I don't know in the States or Canada, but in Latin American countries, it's very popular to get the B12 shots. And so now you have it in a bottle. You don't have to get your shots. B9, folic acid, essential in formulating nerve tissue, supports metabolism and nucleic acids, and it's required for red blood cell formulation. When you are pregnant, they give you a lot of folic acid. Magnesium is essential for healthy blood pressure and supports energy production. Selenium, potent antioxidant that fights free radicals and supports cardiovascular system. So you see about 10 ingredients. I don't know how many I read, 8 or 10, but the important thing here is that a lot of your clients are already probably taking 2 or 3 of these products. So for me, I'm thinking it's an easy transition to tell people what cardio is, because all of that plus transfer factor. So you take it with water. And the tip that I wanted to share before I jump to Vilma, because I know Vilma also had another testimonial, right? Yes, Vilma? Yeah, she wanted to tell us one. Was I wanted to share something else with you, and I hope you see how fast that was. I'm sorry I read it really fast. But when my computer shut down, I think it shut down what I wanted to show you. I'm just going to open it again. What I did, and what I wanted to show you, this is more like a training tip for those of you that are already in for life, is that it is nice and easy to create some of these sheets for you, just to remember each of the products. Maybe you can even add the link here. You know, I'm just starting to get a little more organized. I put the cardio, I put I just copy pasted the pictures, but I asked ChatGPT, what is cardio for life? Again, a lot of what the presentation was saying here, but I actually asked at the end, why is it different from a simple supplement? So this is the part I'm really focusing on. Wonder and I are working on a client right now. She's been working 3 months on this client. The lady's already taking some products. So I think that a lot of what we want to learn to do is transition people into why our supplements are a better choice for their money. It's not, and again, Jaime was a great example. He was saying, wow, I just thought they were expensive. But now, again, there's never enough in his house, because, you know, his family is taking it from his own drawer, right? And so how do we change a whole family and a person from it's expensive to, my goodness, I can't get enough. Like, you know, I need to make more money because I want to get more product. And this is where a lot of us are right now. So most basic hard supplements contain just one ingredient. That's what I was focusing on. Focus on only one area or are generic. But Cardio for Life, it supports circulation, vascular health, and antioxidant protection, and is part of a scientifically formulated wellness system. It works holistically, not as a single isolated vitamin, and it aligns with immune support and inflammation balance. And I love this part that I put it here. You can say, this isn't just a random vitamin. It's a strategic formula designed to support cardiovascular system as a whole, because it is. We need to start telling people that our products are not vitamins. They're not just simple. They're not just simple herbs, vitamins, or supplements. See, I have here another one he wrote, an elegant version. Lately, I've been thinking about prevention. We invest so much in looking good and feeling good, but heart health is something we often ignore until later in life. With stress, busy schedules, and what did Jaime said? I just never thought I needed it. Remember? With stress, busy schedules, and everything else our bodies go through after 40, I decided to be proactive. I've been using a nutritional support formula designed to help maintain healthy circulation and cardiovascular function. What I love is that it's not just one single vitamin. It's a comprehensive formula that supports the heart as a system. And if anyone is curious, I'm happy to share more, because prevention is one of the best forms of self-care. So this is just how to talk about it when you're in a party. And again, this was my tip on training, because you can do a lot with AI now to help you get better at promoting our products. And again, if you want to do a 30-second video script, AI will do it for you so that you can actually talk on your, you know, video or whatever you're comfortably with, or a message for your Wellness Saturday group. Whatever you're needing. I just really am very happy in promoting everybody to start using their AIs to make their conversations better with their friends. So with that, I am done for tonight. I want to introduce to you Vilma. Vilma has been with For Life for a little while, so I'm sure she has tons of testimonials. Like she said, I'm going to stop the Facebook just in case, so that you're free to talk. And it's still recording, but again, we can control the recording later. So Vilma, I'm so excited to have you here. Vilma is my friend for a while, but we're virtual friends, but I really do admire her. She's been with For Life for a while. She invites people all the time. So I'm very happy to hear your testimony, Vilma.
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we hear you perfect.
Yes. Okay. I've been in For Life since 2016. When I first introduced to For Life, I didn't even know what is transfer factor. By the time I was looking for something that will help my health, I was like very, tired all the time. So, it doesn't matter how much sleep I have and how much supplements I will have, never help me at all. So I go to sleep tired. The next day I'm still tired. So I was like really searching for that supplement. So, in short, in about few weeks, I lost weight and my skin started to feel it looking different. And fast forward, I've been long time ago, like 14 years ago, I know I already have like arthritis. But lately, about 2 weeks ago, I was diagnosed with severe osteoarthritis, which is stage 4. All the symptoms is there to, for surgery, total knee replacement. For me, I'm not, I'm 61 years old, but I thought I don't need to do surgery. So I have 4 life. That's all I thought in my mind. But later on, I researched for other things that I thought it could help me aside from taking supplements. So, but really, 4 life is a big help for me to recover from getting close to have surgery because first of all, my immune system is ready to take anything right now. So what I did, I detox myself first. So everything that I will put in my body will absorb, and then normally. So I did a detox and I take more, transfer factor. So it will just like eliminate or whatever, the parasites that's helping my, my bone to have an osteoarthritis. So I clean everything. I cleanse myself until now. I'm still on it because I'm only been diagnosed like 2.5 weeks ago. So I started doing things that I should do because when I made a research, I even signed up for this non-invasive total knee replacement that you could avoid surgery. So when I signed up, they told me that I have to commit 3 months and I have to do physical therapy every day and take supplements. So in my mind, supplements, we have the best supplements in the world. So, um, and that's one thing that really made me go forward and do my own research. And I just added exercise, the isometric exercise. I'm like 2.5 weeks now, and I'm doing better. I can walk, I can, do a lot of things. I'm not like crippled, um, because of this transfer factor. It helps my immune system and also my clear up whatever the arthritis that I have in my knees. Because for me, because I work in a medical field also, but I do a lot of research about diseases. When you have all those parasites out of where it's going to be, settle, they will grow the tissue. So for me, I'm trying to regrow the tissue, the cartilage, and also the nerves that was been damaged. Like I've been like injured 5 times. I know my knee is bad. I refuse to see a doctor. But lately, when I had an accident at work, I was like December 15. I still like work for 1 month, and I think my nerve also damaged. It's not only the cartilage, it's not only the ligaments that's damaged, also my nerve. So it takes a little longer for me. But now I'm doing like really well. I'm like 70% better, and I don't think surgery is gonna happen anytime. So I'm really thankful that I did all my research and thankful for transfer factor that really this is the one that makes me my mind say I have this and my body is ready to take whatever challenge I have right now. So my first week was very hard. Second week it was like getting better and better. Now I'm like 2.5 weeks now. All my exercise, everything is getting better. So thank I'm very thankful for transfer factor and for life. So don't stop sharing transfer factor to the world. Now I'm like really crazy and telling people you need to detox. You need to detox this. It's very important. So it's really something. This is something different for me, and I don't want to be sick, and I want to stay healthy. So you know, it really helps me a lot. I have more, but this is the main thing that happened to me lately. Thank you so much.
Hey, Claudia, I had a question for you, Vilma.
Yes.
What products are you taking? Because for myself, I suffer from, I, I don't want to claim it, okay? I would say it's something to do with my back sciatica that goes all the way down my leg. And the Renuvo is amazing, right?
Yes,
Pain goes
amazing.
away. I take 4 or 6 of them if I have a lot of pain, okay? But I'm always taking my stuff. And then the Flex is amazing. Which products do you take to help yourself? Because knee
You know,
replacement is very common in a lot of people.
yes, for me, because my knee is really bad because I used to be an athlete and I ran around a lot. Then lately, I like in the span of 10 years taking the product, it got delayed because of transfer factor. So lately, when I had really hit hard at work and I couldn't walk for about a month, and I'm sure I'm still denying to see a doctor. But then, it's really hurting, and I decided to see a doctor. When I take the products first, I said I did all the detoxification, so I got more a better absorption of microbiome, and also it also reset your cells. That's what I said. Reset all your cells and have a new cell, so they have a better whatever food you take. So I also what I did, I know transfer factor plus is the best, but I know trifactor is the one that really, educate your immune system because they're all transfer factor. So I take like the one bottle, I use it in 2 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, it takes money to stay healthy. It also takes money to be sick. So
Yeah,
now
yeah, it does.
I'm on
Loving. Yeah.
disability. I work in the operating room. I make pretty good income. So now I'm taking care of myself. But you know, um, what is $40 in 2 days compared to what you make,
Yeah.
at work?
No.
So
But
for
the
Right.
thing
me,
is,
yes,
doctors treat a symptom. They don't cure the situation in most cases. You would be
yes,
dealing with something else down the road. If you could fix your natural organs, your natural body to the
yes, that's
state
what,
of what it was
yes,
previously. And you know what? You got there in how many years, right? It's going to take some time to get back on the right track.
yes,
I'm
yes.
glad you know
But
you're investing in it.
it was really amazing that it's only like I've been only like going to 3 weeks with all the things that I do. I was like I'm almost like close to going back to work, but I asked for another extra so I could do my my own physical therapy at home, and really that the trifactor. I take the trifactor. I take everything, but I just take more of what's supposed to be like the trifactor. Of course, cardio is one of them to have a better circulation, and the transfer factor plus renewable. I take like maybe 99% of product. I have like 60 capsules in one day,
Yeah.
and I know there's no overdose on what we do because I've been in it for 10 years, and if there's anybody who's going to be overdose, it's going to be me. But it takes
I
it,
love it.
Some
No,
business
that's
it's
what.
like
gonna
that.
be
Yeah,
me. It's gonna be
yeah.
me. Okay.
Yeah, so I heard it from Dr. One of our scientists that you could take as much as you want as long as you have money to buy for it. Said it
Right.
costs it really costs money. My commission, I'm presidential, but now I'm like become just um diamond elite. But all my commission just goes to the product
So
because
what?
that's what I want.
Good.
And all
Yeah.
my family is taking products back home in the Philippines. They're taking products. So $40 in 2 days to help me recover from not getting surgery. I think it's worth it. Until
Yeah.
now, I'm still doing it. I'm
I
still
want to give
doing
you a
it.
word of encouragement because I don't think people realize. My husband didn't realize what the product was going to do when he went into the hospital and they overdosed him on a medicine that he took. And they told him he had third stage kidney disease. The doctor at USC CAC told him, "You will never get better again. We will just monitor you." A year after that, he's been taking 4 Life products. Guess what? No kidney disease. She goes, "I don't know what you did, but you have no signs of it. So just
Yes,
know you can reverse things."
yes, yes,
And just keep having the faith because that's the main thing. If you have faith, it will work.
yes,
And you
yeah.
just keep at it and you're going to see. And you're not going to take 1960 pills for the rest of your life. It's
No,
just
no, no.
right
Yeah,
now
it's just like
till you heal.
because
That's
my
awesome.
immune system is like a little bit behind because of all this like settle where the because the our immune system is the one who it takes who is the blueprint of our health, right? So
Mhm.
whatever the weakness, what the weakest part of our body, that's the parasites, whatever that is, the fungus, the virus, the bacteria. That's where they said, "Oh, I know my knee has been like injured many times, so I know that's the one that they really go into the bones." So I eliminate all those, parasites that's in there. I cleanse my body. I take a lot of transfer factor, and now I feel like I don't have it.
Amen.
I feel like walking, not completely, like maybe 70 to 80% better, but in the next month it's going to be a big progress because every day I wake up in the morning, I don't limp, I don't have like stiffness in the morning. So it's really like helped me a lot. And I'm gonna like tell the whole world about what happened to me because, well, if I don't believe that I'm gonna be healed, I'm not gonna be like this. I'm
Right.
just like so, so amazed what other, stories that I heard before, even this, six kidney that like six organ failure survived with a transfer fracture. So, what about me? I'm drinking, I'm eating, so I'm breathing on my own. What's gonna happen? So nothing to lose. So I just, take the faith and fly with it and, enjoy the
Thank
ride.
you. Thank you for going out on the limb and sharing this tonight with us because I know there's somebody here tonight that needed to hear this story and needs to share it with somebody.
Yes,
So
yes,
I thank
yes.
you
You
for
can.
being vulnerable,
Yes,
coming up to bat and sharing your story with us. Claudia,
yes.
I'm going to
Thank
give it
you.
back to you. I'm going to get off the screen because I think I'm taking too much screen
Velma,
time.
I loved it. She was so eager to tell us her testimonial, and I really do. She says, I have so many more. And I'm like, here is the place to share.
I,
So bring your
thank you.
guests. Uh, Rexy's not here. She is taking a day off. So guess what? I'm doing the draw old school. What do you? I was like, I don't have that cool little app that does. So here are your names, and it's going to go in a bag, and I'm going to pull a name. I wrote Sonia, how are we going to do the draw? I
Jillian
wrote,
told me to do it for next time, but hey, that's great. You're doing it and that she was going to
did
do
you
it
do the,
online.
did you do? Oh, yeah, no, I
That's what
haven't.
she said. But hey, if you're
I
doing
know,
it
I
old
know.
school,
I was
hey,
the
this is
one that told her,
we gotta
it's
we
okay
gotta we gotta be flexible here, okay?
to have a bag with names.
Look at that.
Now,
I'll give you some sound
okay,
effects.
so who's going to win? Who's going to win the cardio for tonight? And it's Monina, Vilma, your guest. Good job. Monina was the
Yay!
first one to come in. She's writing.
Oh, yay,
Monina,
praise God.
you did it.
My
Yes,
name just like
Manina.
in my heart, like my name was popping up, Monina. And then you said it, I said, oh, praise God.
Okay, Monina, I'm gonna put you on a little bit here on spotlight. Here we go. Monina was the first
Yes.
one to come in, and she
Yep.
was still in the bus. And I said, Monina, we've never seen you. She goes, Vilma invited me, and I said she's been with her life. So, Monina, how do you feel
Yes.
about winning?
Oh, praise God. I'm so excited because I've been taking cardio too. Um, yeah, so I'm a cancer survivor, 2022 breast cancer. But like when it was an early stage. So when I first found out, I was taking I took plus, and yeah, like one bottle, because like when I found out May something, June 28th, my surgery. So but praise God, because it didn't, the cancer didn't spread to the lymph nodes. So I just had like a 5 rounds of radiation. After that, I had the lumpectomy, and I was taking the products. And after 2 weeks, I was able to go back to work.
Wow.
And yeah, so although now like my blood sugar went up, and like my blood pressure, so I've been taking glucose, cardio, and then now I added like the transfer factor plus, and plus the pure or the trifactor, and then four of the H Pro.
Wow. What a nice
And
dose.
yeah, so I'm the same age as Vilma. I'm 61, so thank God.
Monina, I have a question for you. How did you meet Vilma?
Oh, only through For Life. I mean, yeah, because in the Philippines, she knows somebody who I know, my upline. It was my nanny who was my upline, but she passed away already. But so it's her daughter, and then I met Vilma through them. I
Oh,
just
so
called
Vilma's
her.
not your upline. Vilma's your cross
No.
line. She's your friend.
My
Oh,
cross
look
line.
at
Yes,
that.
yes,
Very nice, very nice. Because that's what
yes.
we were talking at the beginning, which is about sisterhood and brotherhood. So
But I
very
have a
good.
question. I have a
Of course.
question though, because
Yes.
like I mean, knowing that we're here in the US, and one thing that I encounter is like that's why they don't want to try transfer factories because it's expensive, and like because of they have insurance, so so I want to learn more on how to I because I share my testimony, but the thing is if they find out how much they refuse, like they don't want to try it. So I pray to God that he'll help bring the people who need transfer factor in their life. But yeah, so
Well,
I've been yeah.
you're doing fine. I just finished the Spanish training, and Sonia is the queen of insurance. So, but that's for like another training. But I'll give
Yeah.
you one tip. You're doing the right thing, and I was trying to do it very summarized on that page. So I
Uh-huh.
was training this on the previous call, which is you want to ask your clients what they're taking already. See, transfer factor is a product that stands alone. So when you're talking to somebody, I think that one of the things we try and do is just incorporate transfer factor right away and add it to the already, long list of things that they have that they don't know how they ended up. So what I recommended just is just a tip is find out first what they're taking, because what you don't want is to, and that's what we're doing with Cowinder, with the client we've been working on for months. She's been working so hard, which is what are you taking? And so you don't want to put, but add transfer factor, because now she's already taking $60 or $100 of products, and you want to put in a $65 bottle, of course, it's going to go over budget. But if you find out what they're taking and they're like, well, I'm taking curcuma. Oh, you know what? We have a product that actually has curcuma in it, plus another 6 ingredients, plus transfer factor. Why don't you give it a try? So you don't want to change your to transfer factor and add it to the line. So that's why
Yeah.
with cardio, just to give you that's what I was trying to do, showing you with the cardio what to do. We don't want to say, oh, you should take cardio, it's the best product, because then you're adding to their budget. What you want to do is say, what are you already taking for your heart? And so if they're like, oh, I'm taking CQ10, then you tell them, oh, you know what? I have a product. It already has CQ10 plus another 7 products. It has B12, B6, I forgot the B's. It's got selenium and all those ingredients I read. And she says, and you say all in one, plus the added benefit of transfer factor, which is not a supplement, it's a nutraceutical. So you're taking like 10 products in one bottle. Why don't you, when you finish the CQ10 and the B2 or the B12, whatever, once you have the list of what they're taking, you're able to kind of transfer the budget that they're already using into the new product, and then slowly giving them the benefits of why you're not just changing their supplements, you're adding immune support. Because the difference is that we're not a vitamin company, and we're not a supplement company. We are an immune system company. So we need to start looking at our products different so that we can offer them in a different way. We're not supplements. We are something different. So changing what they're already using, like to what, so there's most of them take vitamin C. So you want to say, and I learned that from Cowinder when we were working with this client, and it said, oh, you're already taking C and D. I see that you care a lot about your immunity. Let me show you some products that are targeted towards immunity. And again, you want to slowly start transferring one of their things into what we have, like Sonia says, if it's pain, to a Flex for Life, or teaching them slowly, not pumping them with, oh, you got to take a mega blast of transfer factor like Vilma. Yes, it's, if you're going through something, you may need $40 a day of product, but that's when they're going to say it's too expensive. So one at a time is not expensive. So I love meeting you, Nina. Congratulations on
thank you. Thank you so much. So so I'm excited.
Thank you. Yeah, you're gonna receive it. And Sonia, please remind me to send that to Rexy because I don't want to forget. All right, so let me
Muchas
remove the
gracias.
spotlight and thank you so much. You can greet each other. Did we have any more questions? Oh, Sonia, thank you for the nitric oxide. Yeah, it's very important. Learn ingredients. Don't learn just to learn. Learn ingredients and you will be able to sell the package, which is the product. Nitric oxide is something people hear about and they like talking about it. If you learn how to talk about nitric oxide, you may want to be able, to get that first on your notes. I got Tanelia with a question. Tane, you have the mic.
Yes, Claudia. Jocelyn has some questions to ask you guys.
Yes, of course. Jocelyn, you can take off your mic. Where is she? I don't think she's here. She left. Tanelia?
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
So, okay, everybody.
He's asking me questions, but I said,
Claudia, I have a question.
Of
Do you
course.
have anyone that is taking blood thinner and taking cardio at the same time?
Yes, my husband. So that I know this answer from Dr. Ronnie. It's gonna depend on your quantity of the blood thinner. So my husband is on his second blood clot. And when he got it, for the second time, because he's a top athlete, he shouldn't have a blood clot. Nobody knows why he gets them, so they just put him in blood thinners. And so Dr. Ani said so they have to check with their doctor. That's the only thing. So the doctor says it's safe. That you want to make sure that ingredients as strong as or as efficient as cardio are checked by your doctor. I would prefer, if there's a condition, we always say make sure you check with your doctor. But as they brought down the level of the blood thinner, like the measurement, whatever it is, he started taking cardio. He takes cardio. He feels great. He works out. He says that since he has been taking Renuvo has been his number one product, but he says that since he has been taking cardio, he has been optimizing on his workouts. So you see, it's not because better circulation is just better for everything. So, but has it taken out the blood thinner? We don't know. We don't want to risk it. So he continues on the blood thinner. He wants to go off. He did the first time. He took it for a year, and then without the doctor's consent, he's like, I'm off. And then he just continued with cardio and he was fine, but then he got it again. Oh, sorry. Actually, the first time he got the blood clot, he was not taking cardio. So when we talked with Dr. Rani, she said, what could have happened if you had been taking cardio? Maybe you wouldn't. So we never know. I'm not saying that, again, and we're recording, but it's not going to go anywhere probably. I'm not saying if he had been taking it, but Dr. Rennie said, what if you had been taking it? Maybe you wouldn't have gotten the second blood clot. You will never know because you were not taking it. So that's my point. It's prevention, not treatment. Monina, question?
Thank you.
Thank you, Faye. Monina, question? No, your mic is on. And remember that Sonia and I are not doctors, but we just can give you like our own experience.
No, I was just there Olenya Sullivan, she was sharing before that her mom she's elderly and she's been taking cardio, and then one time I think she felt something, so the doctor checked on her and they had to do heart surgery on her. And then after the I don't know what they did, but they did a surgery. And after the surgery, the doctor approached Olenya and her sister, and she said, "You know what? Yeah, I don't know what your mom is taking, but when they did surgery on her, her arteries was just so pliable, like it was like stretchy. That's why the clot didn't burst because it was so stretchy.
Oh,
And
very
because she's
nice.
been taking cardio, so that's what and so when I heard that, I started taking cardio.
Yes. Yes, listen, my
helps.
mom just had her second surgery called angioplast, which is when your arteries actually go, your blood doesn't flow. So it
Yeah.
actually incapacitates her from walking. This is her second one. So I have her own cardio surgery, went fantastic. She recovers really fast. So sometimes she's 85. So a lot of the times our sales pitch is not that it's not going to happen, is that the recovery from whatever happens, it could be better, could be faster, because you are giving the body what it needs to recover
Yes.
faster, right? So my mother still had to go into her second angioplast, but guess what? The recovery was amazing, especially for the second one. The doctor says, wow, she just recovers so well from the
Yes.
angioplasty, is
Yeah.
like a balloon in your veins or arteries.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's why when you mentioned about the heart attack is the number one, like